So is there a distinction between the two questions? Can you stop being now? And are you aware now? Or do they taste the same to you? And everyone can check this. Is there a qualitative distinction? Don't get too Advaita on me too quick. Is there a qualitative distinction between the two questions? Can you stop being now? And am I aware now?
There does seem to be a qualitative, but it's more in the way I'm looking. I think if you say, can you stop being? I'm looking for this kind of ongoing thing that thinks itself to be kind of an entity or something, like a being. So I'm looking for a being.
Yes. And what do you find when you look for a being?
Well, it is like I can find one, but more basic is are you aware now? Because the aware is...
Okay, slowly. We have time. So you say very rightly that when we look at can I stop being, it can feel like I'm looking for being. And when we look, what do we find?
Well, in me, there's, and I didn't notice it, but
little louder, please.
Yeah, I didn't notice, but like there's a presumption that because I'm just noticing it now, that because I'm looking for a being, I've got to find a being. And so I look from that kind of perspective, and then it's kind of like I construct a being to say, oh yeah, there is one, but there is also, I look for it.
So all this mental stuff, let's keep it aside for just a minute, and don't interpret the question in any way. Don't add a word to it, don't add any syllable to it. Can you stop being now?
I can't stop it.
Yes. So this it which you can't stop, what is that?
Well, experiences are being registered. And that thing that is registering them can't stop registering them.
Very good. Okay. So it seems to be the witness of all phenomenal things. And it's registering all of this. Now, who is aware even of it?
Well, it's itself is aware of itself registering things, is what appears to be.
Are you imagining this? Are you visualizing this? And even if you are, it's okay. Who is aware of the visual?
That's getting really difficult.
How did you come to know it is getting difficult? How did you get to know this, that it's getting difficult?
On one level, I'm feeling lost in trying to find this one.
Okay, so first find this one that is feeling lost. Let's start with finding that one. Where is that one? Because you say quite conclusively that I'm feeling lost. So which I is this one that is feeling lost? Just relax a little more into it. It looks like you're working really hard. Just gently. Are there two of you? The one that is getting lost and the one that is looking at the one getting lost?
Well, there are, because the one that is getting lost is the mind trying to respond to the question.
Yes. Yes. So it's very good. If it's getting completely confused, we can leave it aside. You see? We don't have to be eloquent or coherent even. You see? In fact, incoherence is very welcome. So let the mind say whatever it wants to, let it resist. The question is, who is aware even of this mind? Who is aware of your existence?
Like, it doesn't really feel like a who.
Okay, good.
It just feels like awareness.
Awareness. Awareness. And where are you? And don't again go with the right answer. Just go with your looking.
See, the awareness doesn't feel like the I that I'm used to experiencing.
Okay.
But it's like obviously the more fundamental I that I'm not very used, the smaller I is not used to experiencing.
Let's see if I can help you even with that. So you say that there is just awareness of even of existence. And who knows this? Do you know this or no?
It just feels more truthful to say awareness knows it.
Yes. Yes. How is awareness telling you this? So awareness knows it. What does that have to do with you?
Because it's being perceived. Like that awareness, it has to be me. It doesn't feel like, all the nonsense that is me. So it's a very different feeling.
Yeah.
But
so don't bother with your feeling for some time also. Neither with feeling nor with thought, just with what we are directly seeing. You say there seems to be an awareness here which is aware even of the sense of existence. You see? Now this awareness, how is this known? How are you able to say these words? Is it hearsay from awareness? So awareness told you this is what I'm doing? Or is it more direct than that?
Well, I wouldn't be able to experience awareness.
See,
I couldn't.
You couldn't.
I couldn't experience awareness unless it's actually me.
Yeah. Every time he says that. What is the problem if you were awareness?
It's not a problem. It's just that I have conditioned nonsense around what it should feel like and what freedom should feel like, and it doesn't feel like that.
Yes.
It's fairly,
but
it's fairly mundane or basic.
Yes, but even through all of the conditioning, is your discovery that now you are becoming awareness and you were earlier that, or is your discovery that you've always been that?
It is that I've always been that.
Yeah.
But it's still unfamiliar because I don't spend much time there. But it's kind of like what else is there to
Who
be?
doesn't spend much time there?
The
Awareness steps out of there?
No. Well, it's
Is it? So you're trying to take the identity along for this ride, and that can start to become very confusing. You see? So first you have to see what have you been always in reality. And if you have always been this in reality, does the pretend me have to spend time here or there, or is this your fundamental reality which cannot change? Can you step out of awareness? Even when you are playing as a person, have you stepped out of awareness?
no, we can't really.
Can't really.
But you can play a very convincing game.
Yes,
You can play a very
that's what
convincing
makes
game.
it fun at one level, yes.
So that you don't know.
Yes. But even in the playing of the game, nothing fundamentally changes.
No, you still are.
Yes.
Mm.
Now, what can the mind say about the reality of who you are?
Well, it can take, at its best, it can take all that and wrap it up in a concept and say, here you go.
Yes.
But it's not an experience, it's just nonsense.
Yes. So then you're saying that there is nothing that the mind can say which is about the reality of who I am.
Well, it's not nothing. Like it can, it can give some information.
At
that might be
best
helpful.
it can try and point to it. Is that what you're
Yeah, basically, at its best, but it's diverting you from the experience.
And wouldn't that imply that everything else that the mind says, except some pointers which could be ultimately helpful, at least besides these, everything else is not about you fundamentally. It is about the make-believe you.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Yes.
Now, knowing this to be true, would it be wise to drop whatever the mind is saying, or to continue to believe what the mind is saying?
Well, it would be very wise to drop, but there's a strong conditioning going on there. So even I try.
So can
to
we
drop.
start with this one, which says, "But there is a strong conditioning." Then no conditioning is stronger than you.
Sometimes I think so, because reality wanted to play a very convincing game, so it had to create, fantastic conditioning to keep it going for a long time, and it's got a lot of strength to do all that if it wants.
Yes. What is the game you want to play right now?
I'm trying to. You see, it's quite confusing because I don't get to play any game. There's only the one game, and I think I'm trying to get out. It is the ego trying to rest in the reality or spend more time in the reality. It's like, it is the spiritual exit journey or whatever.
Can you find any way for this non-existent one to rest in reality?
That's doomed to failure, basically. That's not going to happen.
If it doesn't exist, obviously it cannot rest anywhere.
It's not going to happen. No.
Then how do we buy into these ideas?
Well, because mostly I've taken the mind to be myself, so it's a habit. And trying to drop it is, it's quite a challenge because there's a lot to it.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's, what does it mean when we say I'm trying to drop the mind? What do we have to do to drop the mind?
Well, if we just, sense what is true now, that will help drop the mind. But then, of course, the mind goes blah, 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 and says, you're not doing it right.
So the term itself, dropping, maybe we should replace with something else. Because to drop something would mean to first pick it up. You cannot drop that which has not been picked up. So my provocation, my suggestion to you is that just refuse to pick it up instead. Right now it is dropped. This moment is doing it for you. The mind is dropped. Now don't pick it up. What does it mean don't pick it up? This means allow it to just come and go.